From News 3 Now, this is breaking news.
4 deaths, allegations of a smuggling ring, inhumane conditions, and multiple lawsuits.
And breaking now, the man in charge of the prison where it all took place in custody. 8 officers also facing charges.
We have team coverage of this breaking news out of the Waupun Correctional Institution.
Braden Ross is live in the field with everything we've learned today. Braden?
Yeah, guys, there is a lot to go through here. 9 people in total charged here. That includes the warden of Waupun Correctional himself. And that's in connection with 2 of those 4 deaths that the sheriff's office, the Dodge County Sheriff's Office, was investigating here. Now, that warden was Randall Hepp. He's facing 1 count of abuse of residents of penal facilities and 1 count of misconduct in office. That is in connection with the death of 62-year-old Donald Meyer. Other former Department of Corrections employees, including a nurse and several correctional officers, are also charged in connection with Meyer's death. Dodge County Sheriff Dale Schmidt told us today Meyer's death was ruled a homicide and says it was directly caused by negligence at Waupun Correctional, saying Meyer was left without food and water for days at a time, and correctional staff repeatedly missed checking in on him in their daily rounds. In fact, he says often those daily rounds never even happened at all.
Persons in our care, I'm coming back to this. This phrase bothers me at Waupun Correctional Institution. It is not a phrase that I would use at Waupun Correctional Institution. These people were not cared for. And they are people. They were not cared for at Waupun Correctional.
Now, the second death to note here is 24-year-old Cameron Williams. He died of a stroke after having multiple medical episodes that the sheriff said went ignored by staff. Schmidt says William lay dead in his cell for more than 12 hours before he was found. Now, no charges came related to the other 2 deaths that the sheriff's office was investigating here at Waupun Correctional. Schmidt, the sheriff, heavily called out the Department of Corrections in this press conference, saying they were just negligent in this case and did not do oversight of these facilities like they should have. Now, we do have a statement from the Department of Corrections. You can read that online at channel3000.com, and so much more. There's so much more to this case, and we'll keep you updated and keep digging on it. For now, reporting live in Waupun, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
Braden, thank you. Wisconsin officials were quick to respond to the news of the arrest.
Political reporter Will Keneally has their reaction. Will?
Well, Waupun Prison has been under investigation since last June over possible criminal activity there. Now, this was an investigation at the behest of Governor Tony Evers, who called federal investigators in to help. Now, in a statement, Evers said that the state has an obligation to keep people under DOC care safe, adding that the criminal justice system must hold every wrongdoer to account. Now, earlier today, we spoke with Mark Bourne, a Republican representative who chairs the powerful state legislature's budget writing committee.
Certainly, if I was the governor, I would be very concerned if my agency was allowing that type of thing to occur, and I want it corrected immediately. Ultimately, DOC has everything they need to correct this if they want to. I mean, the state laws are in place, that people were charged with a crime. It's not like any of this is okay behavior.
Now, Bourne says the legislature will look into possible oversight measures, which he says could include something like what exists for county jails already. He says the legislature could consider new laws when they reconvene next year.
Thank you, Will. And this situation is still actively developing, and we are pushing the latest information right to the palm of your hand. All you have to do is download the free Channel 3000 mobile app. Just search for WISC-TV wherever you get yours.
Let's get a look at your first warn forecast. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington has that right now. It's nice to see the sunshine out there, Alex.
Yeah, it is. It's actually a little bit too bright because it's right in my eyes, but that's all right. We'll take the nice sunny conditions. We've had plenty of clouds, plenty of rain over these past many days and couple of weeks. We got an 8-0 in Madison right now. Beautiful shot here, the Memorial Union. Some puffy clouds out there. There are some showers and thunderstorms, though, that we're tracking across southern Wisconsin. We'll get to that in just a moment. Dane County, high and dry right now. It's off to the north and west. We'll do a little trip north and west of Camp Douglas up towards Juneau and Adams counties. A few showers are popping up. These are showers on the back side of our weather system that we've had over the past couple of days. A few more showers and thunderstorms off towards the north and west towards Eau Claire, and we're keeping an eye on those showers and storms because Future Track is bringing those storms into southern Wisconsin, maybe a bit overdone, but in that 6, 7, 8 o'clock time frame. Don't be surprised to see a shower or two or perhaps a clap or two of thunder. 1 or 2 of those storms could get strong yet with the heat of the day. If it does happen this evening, it'll be very isolated, as it looks like wind and hail would be the primary threat if one of those storms can get on the stronger side. With the loss of the heating of the day, once we get past 8 o'clock, we lose any instability, any oomph and fuel for those storms, and then conditions should cool down. And we got more cool weather in the forecast. Just how cool are we going to go? I'll have those answers in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Alex. The Republican National Convention is fast approaching, and the convention will be held in Milwaukee at Pfizer Forum from July 15th through the 18th.
Security for the convention will see help from the Madison Police Department. Jalen Banks spoke with the department on what we should expect. Jalen?
Brady and Armand, for the week of the Republican National Convention, the Madison Police Department will send 85 officers to help with security. The 85 officers that will be at the convention come from several specialized MPD teams. Those consist of the Special Events Team, members of the SWAT team, mounted officers, and motorcycle officers. And speaking with MPD Assistant Chief Matt Ty, he says recent events in Madison has helped prep them for the convention.
And as far as the dignitary protection side of it with presidential visits and vice presidential visits, I think that is something that the Madison Police Department has a lot of experience with, not just this election cycle, but in past years too. Elections, we've had a lot of vice presidents, presidential candidates, and presidents visit over the years.
MPD at present has approximately 500 sworn-in officers, and tonight at 5 I will share with you their plans to continue to keep Madison safe during the convention.
Jalen, thank you. We're learning new details on the crash which had the Beltline backed up for hours yesterday. According to a release from the Madison Police Department, officers attempted to stop a 34-year-old man on the Beltline. He was traveling at high speeds in the closed flex lane and refused to stop. Police did not pursue, but a crash was reported shortly after. Responding to the crash, police searched the man's vehicle and found a handgun loaded with magazines. An investigation into the crash is ongoing.
The Reedsburg teenager accused of hitting and killing a child with his car will not face trial. According to court records, Kevin Green is agreeing to a joint recommendation between his attorneys and the prosecution. The specifics of the recommendation were not listed in the court filings. Green is charged with homicide by negligent operation of a vehicle after he allegedly hit 13-year-old Evelyn Gurney with his vehicle while she was getting on the school bus. Green's sentencing hearing is scheduled for July 31st.
Well, this weekend is the Susan G. Komen Foundation will host its More Than Pink Walk here in Madison in support of the fight against breast cancer.
Our Maddie Heimsch sits down with one of the women who will be walking as an advocate and a fighter. Maddie?
Brady, Armand, Janet Ramsey says she sees this weekend as a full circle moment for herself. She's already been volunteering with the Susan G. Komen Foundation for years. In fact, she was a volunteer when she was diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer at age 60. She's already a survivor too, having beat breast cancer once before. Ramsey says she was diagnosed in the emergency room after her daughter took her in for severe pain. At the time of the diagnosis, the cancer had already left one of her ribs broken and nearly disintegrated 2 vertebrae. She remembers the moment she realized something was wrong.
We went to the pool and my granddaughter said, "Let's race." Well, she's a swimmer. And I said, okay. So we raced and everyone beat me. And I thought, I used to swim, swim. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this.
Ramsey says the rapid decline of her physical abilities combined with irregular pain is what led her to get help. Now she travels to Washington, D.C. as a public policy advocate for survivors and walks with More Than Pink every year. This year's More Than Pink Walk will take place Saturday, June 8th at Willow Island at the Alliant Energy Center. The walk begins at 9:15 and will raise money for additional research and cancer care.
Maddie, thank you. And coming up next on Live at 4, the prosecution of Hunter Biden continues.
The witnesses who took the stand today and what they had to say when Live at 4 returns.
Transform your home in one weekend with help from Menards. Need to stain your fence or deck? Menards has a great selection of stains that come in several colors and finishes, so you can find the perfect stain for you. Ultra Advanced Semi-Transparent is a stain and sealant in one that can be applied to damp wood, allowing you to clean and stain your project in one day. A gallon is $34.48 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards. Salonpas Lidocaine Flex, a super thin, flexible patch with maximum OTC strength lidocaine that contours to the body to relieve pain right where it hurts. And did we mention it really, really sticks? Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
Yo, you think Dallas' Power 4 gonna drop 30 tomorrow? His mom made a post about going to the game. What?
He's been averaging like 34 points a game when she's there.
Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Cash in on your sports fandom with Prize Picks.
A roof replacement can cost you $15,000, $20,000 or even more. But 9 out of 10 roofs don't need replaced. They can be rejuvenated with Roof Max for just a fraction of the cost.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington. I'm an original shark from the hit television show Shark Tank. When it comes to Roof Max, I'm all in. When I saw that Roof Max could extend the life of your roof by years, I decided to invest in the company.
Don't replace, rejuvenate with Roof Max.
We're looking for 200 homeowners this month interested in getting new landscape borders. Our borders are laid in one piece using a high-performance concrete mix, and we add fibers and steel cable to maximize strength and durability. Our cutting-edge materials and process ensure that your borders will not fade, discolor, or disconnect, and will look beautiful for years to come. And all of our borders are covered by our extensive lifetime warranty. Boost your curb appeal with easy-to-mow-around, long-lasting, beautiful landscape borders. Visit the website or call the number for your new borders today.
It's time for the Madison Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns. Don't miss your chance to tour 32 newly constructed homes filled with the newest trends and products. Go to MadisonParadeOfHomes.com and purchase your tickets today.
In Milwaukee, a man accused of murdering and dismembering a woman is back in court for a hearing. The suspect, Maxwell Anderson, is facing homicide, dismemberment, and arson charges for allegedly killing and spreading Sade Robinson's remains around the Milwaukee area in April. He's being held on a $5 million bond. Anderson's attorney wanted his client to be able to review the evidence while he's in custody, so he requested a laptop. But the judge said other inmates would learn about this and create major complications.
While it might be slightly more efficient, that the institutional concerns outweigh giving Mr. Anderson a computer. So I'm going to deny that request. But I think that your proposal of just a hard drive makes sense. And whether it's a single 1 terabyte hard drive or a couple of smaller ones, that's just a practical issue.
Meanwhile, Sade Robinson's family has filed a wrongful death civil suit against Anderson. If successful, a jury would decide how much money the family would get in damages.
In international news, a gunman is in custody after an attempted attack on the U.S. Embassy outside of Beirut, Lebanon. This cell phone video captures what appears to be the shooter and the Lebanese army exchanging fire. The attacker, a Syrian national, was shot and is now hospitalized. In a statement, the embassy and the building and those inside were safe. Since Israel's war in Gaza started in October, tensions have been extremely high in Lebanon as the Iran-linked Hezbollah movement and the Israeli military exchange fire almost every day along the southern border.
Hunter Biden's ex-wife took the witness stand today as prosecutors try to prove the president's son was a drug user when he applied to buy a gun in 2018.
CBS News correspondent Erica Brown is in Wilmington, Delaware with the latest on the trial.
Testimony in Hunter Biden's gun trial continued Wednesday with his ex-wife Kathleen Buell and ex-girlfriend Zoe Keston on the stand. Prosecutors called them to testify about Hunter's history of drug use. Under cross-examination, defense attorneys asked Buell if she ever saw Hunter using drugs. No, she replied. On redirect, the prosecutor asked Buell how she knew Hunter was using drugs. She replied, "He told me." Buell also said she assumed Hunter was continuing to use when she found pipes in the car about a dozen times. The president's son faces 3 felony charges stemming from the purchase of a gun in 2018. He said on the application he was not a drug user. So far this week, federal prosecutors have spent hours showing jurors evidence of Hunter Biden's drug problem, including playing excerpts of him narrating the audiobook of his memoir.
I used my superpower, finding crack anytime, anywhere,
less than a day after landing at LAX in the spring of 2018.
On the stand Wednesday morning, an FBI agent faced cross-examination about the timeline of Hunter Biden's drug use. Defense attorney Abby Lowell pointed to text messages from Hunter Biden's devices around the time, noting that those specifically did not reference drugs. If convicted, Hunter Biden faces up to 25 years in prison and fines of up to $750,000. Erica Brown, CBS News, Wilmington, Delaware.
In the trial, prosecutors are not required to prove Hunter Biden was using drugs the day he bought the gun, only that he was using them around the time of the purchase when he is accused of having lied on the form.
The federal judge overseeing Donald Trump's classified documents case will hold a lengthy hearing to consider the legal power of the special counsel. Trump's attorneys have asked Judge Eileen Cannon to declare Jack Smith's appointment as special counsel invalid. Judge Cannon says the hearing will allow oral arguments from a variety of political partisans and constitutional scholars, even though they have no direct involvement with the case. This comes the same week Republicans are criticizing Attorney General Merrick Garland for using special counsels.
Let's get another look at your first warn forecast. Alex is back inside and shows us what to expect. Alex?
I am back inside and have a jacket on. What was that?
I said welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back in the studio, though I'd kind of rather do the weather all the time out on the patio when the weather's quite like this. But I do want to point out there may be a couple of showers, maybe a couple thunderstorms on your Wednesday evening. So just be careful this evening if you're going to be out and about, run and jog to have a shelter in case we do get one or two of these thunderstorms to materialize. Breezy to the end of the week. The breezy conditions have started now. They're going to carry all the way through the rest of the week, leading to a comfortable weekend. So that's the trade-off here. We're going to be breezy, but temperatures will be comfortable. I want to take a moment to show you just how busy southern Wisconsin has been. This is a little bit of data from the National Weather Service in Milwaukee. Back in 2023, from January 1st to June 5th, we had 5 tornado warnings issued. This year, over the same time frame, January 1st to June 5th, 38 tornado warnings. That gives you the magnitude of how busy this spring has been. And in terms of busyness, nothing busy right now on radar 3000 rather, but if we go up to the north and towards the west, north and west of Necedah and northern Juneau County, we've got a couple showers, a couple claps of thunder, and this is a few garden variety showers and storms. Another line forming up to just north and west of Eau Claire. Probably wondering, why are you going this far northwest, Alex? Well, it's those showers that are going to be making their way towards the south and towards the east, according to Future Track. Just one more evening of a couple of isolated showers, maybe a storm or two. As we lose the heat of the day, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, the threat for thunderstorms goes down. There is that marginal risk of severe weather, but isolated enough that we're not calling this an alert day condition type evening. 1 or 2 storms could promote some strong winds and maybe some hail, and that threat again diminishes very quickly once we get to 9, 10 o'clock. You take note here, some of that thunderstorm activity off over towards Milwaukee. The rest of it's fairly isolated across the rest of southern Wisconsin. And by the time we get to 6 o'clock in the morning, clearing out. Breezy, though, it's going to stay breezy. Remember that as we carry through yet your evening. Couple showers as we head towards 8, 10 o'clock. Could be an isolated thunderstorm across southern Wisconsin. That 7-day forecast, though, look at those temperatures, Armand and Brady. Upper 60s to the lower 70s. Then climbing back into the lower 80s next week. So really quite a nice period of time ahead. Not expecting alert day conditions in this forecast at this point in time. And that's also another bright spot in the forecast.
Love to see it. Thanks, Alex. In more local news, a group in Madison is bringing video games to people who otherwise wouldn't be able to play. The Adaptive Gaming Expo in Middleton is a part of Access to Independence, a nonprofit organization that helps people who have disabilities in south central Wisconsin. The expo showcased different ways to play video games that cater to people who can't use a typical video game controller.
So somebody may have a hard time holding a traditional controller. So they might want to have a device mounted on a wheelchair. They may need specialized joysticks. They might need a different type of button rather than a small button on a joystick or controller. They might want a larger button that's easier to hit.
The expo featured demonstrations of the different controllers as well as vendors who would sell them to people who are interested in using them.
Well, in Madison, some high schoolers are using their graduation as a chance to share experiences with students younger than themselves. The graduating seniors at Val Phillips Memorial and West High School returned to Midvale Elementary School as part of the district's annual Senior Walk. Elementary students looked on as the seniors, dressed in their caps and gowns, walked down the halls of their former school. The event gives students a chance to remember where they started and also inspire the elementary students to keep going in school.
June is Pride Month, and the city of Middleton is celebrating with a first-time community-led event this weekend. The event is called Middleton Pride, and it's being organized by the City of Middleton as well as multiple community partners. Multiple organizations will be there to provide information and resources to attendees. There will also be performances by an LGBTQ+ chorus, drag queens, and more. It starts at noon on Saturday at Stone Horse Green and is free to attend for people of all ages. I don't know if folks can hear the hammering going on in the background. We're doing a little bit of work, so anyway.
Yes. Well, not us, obviously.
Not
We're
us.
here. We're working for you, but yeah.
This is how we avoid doing construction. Anyway.
Exactly. Well, coming up next on Live at 4, we're heading out in the 608 to walk for a cause.
Josh Sprider gives us a look ahead at the Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Walk when Live at 4 returns.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find bicycle store quality electric e-bikes from Trek, Electra, Felt, Giant, and more. Trek offers the best-selling e-bike in America, Trek Verve Plus, under $2,500. At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find fat e-bikes, mountain e-bikes, road e-bikes, bike path e-bikes, and more. Free services included. The place to shop for your new e-bike is Machinery Row Bicycles, the most beautiful bicycle store in the world.
Do you have both Medicare and Medicaid? If so, you may qualify for a dual-eligible special needs plan from Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield with benefits and coverage for dental services or routine eye exams. Call now to explore plan options available in your zip code. Learn about the additional care, resources, and support you could have with an Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield dual special needs plan. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield dual-eligible special needs plans offer more benefits than you have access to with original Medicare alone. Additional benefits could help you save out-of-pocket costs. These benefits could include a healthy grocery allowance each month, transportation to plan-approved medical appointments, or an annual allowance to spend on eyewear. Most of the Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield dual special needs plans have $0 monthly premiums, $0 copays, or $0 deductibles that can also help you save on out-of-pocket costs. If you have both Medicare and Medicaid, don't miss your chance to enroll in a dual special needs plan. Call today to see what plans with additional benefits may be available in your zip code. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield dual special needs plans offer more than original Medicare, like annual allowances towards dental, vision, or hearing coverage. These plans offer even more benefits that may provide you with additional care and support. With a 24/7 nurse line, you could have access to a registered nurse to help answer your questions whenever you need. If you're in immediate need of a caregiver or emergency services, these Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield plans provide a personal emergency response system. Contact a caregiver or emergency services at the touch of a button. If you have both Medicare and Medicaid, don't miss your chance to enroll in a plan with more benefits than you may have with original Medicare alone. Call today to speak with a licensed agent and explore 2024 dual-eligible special needs plans. The call is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 800-357-1385. 800-357-1385. That's 800-357-1385. Call now.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
Well, in the 608 this weekend, as Maddie mentioned earlier, the annual Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Walk makes its return to Madison.
Josh Sprider is at the Alliant Energy Center with how you can make a positive difference.
We are on Willow Island at the Alliant Energy Center. This is where Saturday's event will be centered here in southern Wisconsin. The weather looks incredible for Saturday morning, and now is your time to sign up and make a difference in the fight against breast cancer here in Wisconsin. Susan G. Komen is the world's leading breast cancer organization, and the More Than Pink Walk enables Komen to raise critical funds that provide direct support to local breast cancer patients, fund groundbreaking research, empower health equity initiatives nationwide, and advocate for change at both the state and federal government levels. For State Executive Director Nikki Panico, who's fighting breast cancer for the second time in 14 years, an event like this is everything.
We would love to see you. Registration is free. I would be so thrilled to have fellow survivors link arms with me in our Parade of Hope on Saturday, June 8th.
Now is your chance to make a difference in our community. Again, the annual Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Walk for breast cancer is happening Saturday morning. The ceremony starts at 9 right here on Willow Island at the Alliant Energy Center. If you'd like to walk alongside News 3 Now or join your own team, you can go to this story up on channel3000.com or click the tab at the top of our homepage. In the 608, I'm Josh Breiter, News 3 Now.
Yeah, and that's so meaningful for people who have experienced a loved one going through this. It's not only a time to raise awareness, but really come together and support each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That solidarity is really important.
Indeed.
Well, there's more to come right after the break. We're heading to University Ridge for a look at the people behind the AmFam Championship.
We're hearing from one of the volunteers who's been helping the event happen for years when Live at 4 continues.
Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Harker Heating and Cooling, Best Up Cleaning, Best Heating and Cooling. Vote for Harker Heating and Cooling and all your favorites today.
Now, don't you worry. I'm going to take real good care of your windows.
You need the experts at Feldco. Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2026. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast so you can enjoy your new windows all summer long. 2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco. I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
You may not know what to make of Eric Hovde, but if you're getting older or have a loved one who is, Eric Hovde has a plan for you. Eric Hovde thinks people living in nursing homes should not have the right to vote. That's right.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
Stripping seniors of the right to vote? Eric Hovde, what's wrong with this guy?
I'm so happy I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
This summer, feel confident from head to toe with Sono Bello permanent fat removal and get summer body ready in just one visit.
I saw the results immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sono Bello's biggest sale of the year. Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It will change your life. It did for me. I can't wait till the summertime hit. Hot Mom Summer, here I come.
Call 1-800-905-6520 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Oh, it's a beautiful day to be out on your bike or walking or really anything outside.
That's right. Look at that. Look at the Arboretum, UW Arboretum.
Very nice. Watch out for those red-winged blackbirds. Alex knows.
Alex. I know too, so.
We can just enjoy this mild end to the week. No red-winged blackbirds, though.
No, they're out here. They're out having food out here with our bird feeders. There's a cardinal on the ground too.
Get a helmet.
I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Courtesy of Wild Birds Unlimited for our bird seed out there too. Gorgeous evening to be out on the patio. Maybe grill out this evening. Temperatures right now near 80 degrees. We're going for highs in the upper 70s, but we've had a bit of dry air move into southern Wisconsin, and dry air heats up and cools down a little bit faster than wet air does. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, we got an 82 in Boscobel, 81 in Janesville, and up to the north, up towards Camp Douglas, they're at 75 because they have some showers to the north and towards the west. Nothing in Dane County yet, but that will likely change this evening. We've got a couple areas of showers and a couple of thunderstorms to the northwest. They're going to slide down the highway towards southern Wisconsin this evening with future track, bringing in a couple showers and a couple thunderstorms over the evening hours. Might be a bit overdone, but when we lose the heating of the day and we have drier air moving in, I think these showers and storms will struggle a bit as they move into southern Wisconsin, but we'll keep an eye on them this evening. To plan the rest of it will be 77 at 6 o'clock, 73 at 8 o'clock, and now shower chances again dwindling as we head towards 10 o'clock. I've got a beautiful forecast, a beautiful 10-day coming up.
Thank you, Alex. Recapping that developing news from the beginning of the show, we continue to follow the arrest of the Waupun prison warden.
That's right. Here's everything we know so far. Warden Randall Hepp and 8 other people have been charged in the death of 2 inmates at the prison. 2 other inmates have died at the prison, but charges have not been filed in those deaths. Dodge County Sheriff Dale Schmidt told us today one of the deaths was ruled a homicide and was directly caused by negligence at Waupun Correctional, saying the inmate was left without food and water for days at a time, and correctional staff repeatedly missed checking on him in their daily rounds.
Persons in our care, I'm coming back to this. This phrase bothers me at Waupun Correctional Institution. It is not a phrase that I would use at Waupun Correctional Institution. These people were not cared for. And they are people. They were not cared for at Waupun Correctional.
Schmidt heavily called out the Department of Corrections during this press conference today for their lack of oversight at their facilities.
The DOC has released a statement today in response to the charges. You can find that and much more information online right now at channel3000.com or on our free Channel 3000 mobile app.
And to continuing coverage of the AmFam Championship. We're now less than 2 days away from the pros teeing off.
Ooh, good luck, everyone. Today, our Kyle Pozorski brings us a look at the volunteers who are making this all possible.
The AmFam Champ is truly one of Madison's greatest events, but it can't happen without the dedicated volunteers, some driving from out of state to make it all possible. Wednesday, I met up with 2 of those volunteers, Rick Webster and Gail Perla. The 2 have volunteered at the tournament since its creation in 2016.
One of the great things about the volunteers out here is they're willing to pitch in for whatever needs to be done.
We're really fortunate here that there isn't a minimum that you have to volunteer. We take you for 1 day if you want to come out. We can find something for you to do.
The 2 say their favorite part is the charitable component, helping American Family give back to the local communities. Over the past 8 years, the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation has raised over $17 million for charity. Reporting from beautiful University Ridge, Kyle Pozorski, News 3 Now.
Kyle, thank you. Along with the money raised for charity, the foundation has distributed more than 800 grants to organizations supporting families and healthy kids.
At the week's midpoint, the stock market closed high. The Dow Jones rose 96 points, the Nasdaq is up 330, and the S&P rose 62 points. And we have a familiar face rejoining our News 3 Now team.
That's right. We want to reintroduce Meryl Hubbard as our newest, drumroll please, reporter edition. You might recognize her. She's been on the airwaves in the past year as an intern, the founder of Badger Beat, to share UW-Madison stories. Meryl, welcome back.
Hi, I'm so happy to be back.
You keep pretty busy.
Yeah, of course, always.
So how did you get your start in news?
You know, I've always been really passionate about storytelling, whether it's through the arts, writing, or film. But actually, how I got into reporting is kind of a crazy story. I met Steve Hartman, CBS news reporter, when I was 10 years old. He interviewed me for a shuffleboard-related story. I was playing in a tournament. And I didn't know this at the time, but his wife was pregnant. And I guess they liked me and my character so much that they named their kid after me. So I've stayed really close with the family. I've babysat their kids, and I've always really been so inspired by Steve's work, and I want to emulate it in the future. So, and he's always been so supportive and encouraging of me starting this career.
That's really cool.
That is awesome.
Look at that.
I remember Mark doing a story about that.
Yes, yes. How I found out about Channel 3 in the first place.
Look at that. Look at that. So, in speaking of stories and speaking of your good friend Steve Hartman, you're doing a story with him, right?
Yes, I am. I got to interview him, which was like the most surreal and full circle moment experience ever. I will never forget it. And we ended up doing a story on him visiting a second grade class. They have been watching his Kindness 101 segments all year long, and so they're totally obsessed with him. Their teacher says that they watch them religiously. And so I just knew that they were going to be so happy to see him, and it ended up being a really, really fun day. And I can't imagine a better way to start off my full time. I mean, I'm feeling pretty lucky.
I would say so. I love seeing all of their heads just like turn that really fast when he walked in.
Yeah, it was incredible.
That's awesome. They gave him a lot of big hugs and whatnot too.
Yeah, totally. I think that they all took a little couple seconds to recognize him, because we all look, a little bit different on TV than we do in real life. And then once they got it together, they were just so excited. So yeah.
Well, we are so excited to have you here.
Thank you.
So thank you for staying with us, and we look forward to your work.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Awesome.
And looking forward to it. Again, like Meryl said, you can see the full story at 6 tonight.
And coming up after the break, a look back at the plane that got troops through D-Day.
We're showing you the lasting legacy of the Spitfire and how it helped American troops when Live at 4 returns.
From midnight tweets to drinking bleach to tear-gassing citizens and staging a photo op, we knew Trump was out of control when he was president. Then he lost the 2020 election and snapped, desperately trying to hold on to power. Now he's running again, this time threatening to be a dictator, to terminate the Constitution.
If I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Trump wants revenge, and he'll stop at nothing to get it.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Welcome back to Portage Furniture Store, your forever furniture store. Mr. Aaron Ayers, what does that mean?
Welcome back, Emmy. Yes, when we talk about forever furniture, we talk about generation-lasting, heirloom-quality custom furniture. Case in point, we live it every day. My wife and I, we have a chair in our home that my grandfather sold to my wife's grandparents. Generation lasting, third generation lasting furniture.
Long before you and Jen had met. That's an incredible story.
We find love at Portage Furniture.
He can promise that right there. And still free delivery, amazing service from your crew.
We talk about it all the time, the best in the business. Bring it in, set it up for you, move it left, move it right. They are the best.
They're going to take care of you. And it looks like the fourth generation, they're just swooping right in. They're making some decisions here, Aaron.
They're trying to kick us out the door as quick as they can. They're anxious and they're ready to go.
Kenley, are you ready to work in the store someday?
Yeah, I was born ready.
That a girl. High five. We've all had those moments in businesses where you see the salesperson come at you and you're like, oh man, I haven't even had a second to look. Except that doesn't happen when you come to Portage Furniture.
That's right. Really, it's a pressure-free environment. Really no pressure at all. We like the customers to be able to get a chance to look around, to really sit down on the furniture, to lay down on the mattresses, to really, again, have the no pressure atmosphere here at the store.
Absolutely. But they also know their stuff. So when you're ready, when you need them, when you have the questions for them, they're going to be here and they're ready to go.
Yeah, that's right. Our staff and our salespeople are very well knowledgeable, and they know the product and everything too. So any questions, they're here for you.
From the entire Portage Furniture family, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
New at 5, 9 individuals have been charged after an investigation into multiple inmate deaths at the Waupun Correctional Institution. We'll lay it all out for you.
Coming up at 5, we'll be using Future Track to watch a few more isolated showers and storms. When they end, we have the answer at 5.
And ahead at 6, people drive for hours and across several states to be here volunteering for the AmFam Champ. I'm speaking with the extraordinary people making it all possible.
Well, tomorrow marks 80 years since D-Day, when Allied forces landed on the beaches of Normandy.
Helping to protect American troops from the air on that day was the Spitfire. CBS's Ian Lee takes flight.
This British Spitfire roars to life.
The iconic 1,750 horsepower Merlin engine and elliptical wings made it a predator in the sky.
The Spitfire was able to not only compete, but actually outperform a lot of the German fighters.
The Spitfire hunted Germans over Britain and Europe during World War II. In the country's darkest hour, and against all odds, it fought off the Nazi war machine, etching itself into the heart of the nation.
It's known most for protecting the UK in the Battle of Britain. It played a massive part in D-Day as well.
Even American pilots learned to love the plane. The first U.S. fighter group in Europe, the 31st, called this airfield home.
So Americans came over and they were given British Spitfires, and they absolutely loved them. So this is the airplane we're going to fly today in.
Matt Jones of Spitfires.com maintains 5 of the roughly 70 planes still left. A small army keeps them flying for thrill seekers.
This is the parachute.
And one lucky correspondent.
We believe this place is sort of a living museum. You know, museums have a very important role in telling a story and protecting artifacts. But a Spitfire isn't a Spitfire unless it's in the air.
And it's in the air where we learn what makes the Spitfire a legend.
Right, here comes the fun. All right.
The fighter banks, barrel rolls, and dives. Matt puts it through its paces.
You pull back.
Steve and I take control of the roughly $5 million piece of history.
You can just feel the power.
This nimble Spitfire, which fought in the war, doesn't show its age at all.
This plane can definitely take a lot more G's than I can.
And 8 decades later, the Spitfire remains a soaring symbol of resilience and victory. Ian Lee, CBS News, Chichester, England.
During the war, Britain made more than 21,000 Spitfires, and it's the only fighter airplane to fight throughout the entire war.
Wow. Coming up next on Live at 4, coaches fighting cancer.
We're giving you a sneak preview of a local fundraiser putting money toward cancer research when Live at 4 continues.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, you get quality metal roofs installed by the best in the business. A metal roof means no fading, no storm repairs, true sustainability, and lower energy bills.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey.
To oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
Today, a little bit more special.
That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
Service and savings. It's Woodman's.
Hi, we're the Woodmans. I'm Clint.
I'm Phil, saving you big time money on honey and tea.
12-ounce Bargain Bee honey, just 2 for $5. Or 20-count Bigelow tea, 2 for $5.
Hi, caramba, hot prices on honey and tea.
Bargain Bee, 2 for $5. Bigelow, also 2 for $5.
Enjoy honey and tea season and save lots of money.
Better products, better prices, better service, because we're employee-owned.
It's Woodman's.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
Vinyl windows, a 1970s relic, aren't built for extreme weather. At Next Door in Window, we have the answer. Fiberglass. Our Ultrex fiberglass windows last longer than any other window you can buy. Visit nextwindow.com to learn more.
Dear sharp curves. Don't spin your wheels. With more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand, you can bet your bottom dollar we're sharper than ever. 'Cause man, we got traction. Yours, Toyota Sedans.
Right now, you can lease a fun-to-drive new 2024 Corolla for $219 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Empire makes it so easy that you just don't need to shop around.
Real customers share their stories about Empire today.
Everything from the beginning to the end of the process was perfect. It only took 3 days from start to finish. Their installation was unbelievable. I am so glad that we chose Empire. Everything that we need to get it done and get it done right. The new flooring just changes your whole house.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
Well, for over 30 years, the National Association of Basketball Coaches and the American Cancer Society have teamed up to bring together money for cancer research.
And to this day, the collaboration has put more than $150 million toward research projects.
And we're joined now by Ben White, the Associate Director of the American Cancer Society, to talk about this year's Coaches versus Cancer Gala and the good it will do for all that research. Thank you so much for joining us, Ben.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, it seems like you have an exciting lineup coming up for this year's event, so what can people expect?
We do. This is the 17th year of our local Coaches vs. Cancer Gala. Yeah. We're very excited this year. Coach Bo Ryan was just elected to the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame, and we want to take the opportunity to honor him locally. And we thought, what better way to do that than to invite members of his Final Four teams to the event and take part in a panel discussion. So we're excited that Sam Decker, Frank Kaminsky, and Josh Goss are all going to join us that night and be on a panel where we can let them reminisce, tell stories, have audience participation where they can ask questions, but really a time to celebrate Coach Ryan and what he's done on the basketball court, but also what he's helped us do for the American Cancer Society.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you guys are pretty successful here in Wisconsin. How much money has Coaches vs. Cancer raised in the past 30 years?
So overall, in the past 30 years around the country, with our partnership with the NABC, American Cancer Society has raised $155 million. Wow. Locally, this is our 17th year. We've raised over $11 million locally. And one of the things we're really proud of is in 2018, Coaches vs. Cancer, along with Bo Ryan, established the Coaches vs. Cancer Bo Ryan J. Holiday Fund. And that's a fund where money goes directly to research at Carbone Cancer Center. It started with a generous gift by Coach Ryan and his wife Kelly. To this date, it's raised over $1.3 million that's gone to Carbone Cancer Center for research. And we're excited that funds raised this year at the gala will go to that again.
Cancer is very personal to a lot of people, and it's personal to you too. What was your experience?
Sure. In 2019, we were diagnosed with lymphoma, and I always say we because no cancer patient goes through this journey alone. It's with my wife and my kids and my family and extended family. So we were diagnosed in 2019 with that. Luckily, we've been in remission for the past 4 years. Yeah, thank you. And then last fall, almost 4 years to the day, I found out I had melanoma. Luckily a surgery took care of that. So I'm just very diligent on screenings, and I'm the person that will send my friends text saying like, hey, we're all the age now, you should be getting certain screenings done. So trying to be as proactive as possible, but really my own story pushes me professionally and personally to help make a difference in those cancer patients' lives.
You've lived it, and now you're helping other people learn it.
That's exactly right, and that's what I want to do. And so we're hoping more people can join us at Coaches vs. Cancer this year. Tickets are available. Like we have, you can go to our website at coachesvscancerwisconsin.org to learn more about our tickets offers, our live auctions. We're just really excited for the night to have a celebration at the rooftop of the Monona Terrace.
Very nice. That means a lot to people, so keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being on with us.
Thank you.
All right, Alex is back with another check of the forecast. Hey, Alex.
Hey, Brady. Got some good stuff to talk about here in the forecast, but we got to get through a couple more showers this evening, maybe an isolated thunderstorm. We're on the backside of the weather system that's been around for a few days. We have what's called a cold pool of air above us, and sometimes we can get some showers and thunderstorms to bubble up in that. Breezy conditions staying on the northwest side of this weather system. That will continue through the end of the week. But the good news is temperatures are going to be really comfy, and the humidity levels are going to continue to drop. Nothing here on radar 3000 right now across Dane County. I do think that's going to change overnight tonight. We'll see some shower and thunderstorm activity. Have some showers up towards Juneau and Adams counties, near Big Flats, near Adams, maybe needing the windshield wipers. I did see a little bit of lightning earlier with this, so remember, if you're outdoors, when thunder roars, go indoors. That's the protocol to stay safe from lightning, because lightning can also be a danger as well. You don't always just have to have severe weather to have danger from storms. Looking at some showers and storms up near Eau Claire, kind of a wider look here. Madison's off to the east, but we have a few showers and storms trying to pop up over portions of northeastern Iowa, and they may be moving in here as well, according to our future track model. So a couple showers and storms coming in from the northwest, a couple showers and storms coming in from the west too as we move through this evening. Not everyone will get wet, but we all stand the chance of having a shower or a storm. An outside chance that one or two of these storms could get strong. Gusty winds and hail would be the main threat. I think this threat, though, is very isolated at this point in time and would be very brief, because as we lose the heating of the day, you lose the instability, the oomph, the energy for thunderstorms, and we should see a weakening mode in those showers and storms. As future track again is showing here by 10 o'clock, those showers dwindling and moving off towards the east, and you're going to wake up on Thursday morning to sunny skies. Breezy, though, you might need a light jacket in the morning, but you'll by the afternoon probably have short sleeves on again with temperatures back into the 70s. Planning the rest of your evening tonight. I'll get out of the way here so you can see the numbers. We'll dip down into the 60s by our 10 o'clock newscast with that outside shower or storm chance at that point in time as those showers and storm chances dwindle. An on and off storm chance through the 10-day forecast, but not looking at widespread activity. The nice part of the 10-day forecast, just look at these temperatures. Upper 60s, lower 70s, and then warming back up into the 80s later next week. We'll be back in a few moments.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on June 6th at 5:30 p.m. to learn how the Conformis custom knee implant may be the solution to end your pain. To register for the free online talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
It's coming. Predicted to be one of the hottest summers ever. And you can't enjoy anything when your house is too hot, especially when you get that big utility bill. So what do? You stop the hot air from coming in and your cool air from leaking out. With USA Premium Foam in your walls, your old hot and humid house really can be made comfortable. Call now, and when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free. Stop sweating and start saving.
USA Insulation.
TDS Fiber Internet makes our home smarter. Working, playing, living, learning. It's all better with TDS Fiber Internet because it's faster, more reliable. It's award-winning internet served up by friendly local folks. It's what keeps us connected. And isn't that what it's all about? Say hello to internet that hits different. Say hello to TDS.
We're looking for 200 homeowners this month interested in getting new landscape borders. Our cutting-edge materials and installation process ensures that your borders will not fade, discolor, or disconnect and will look beautiful for years to come. All covered by our extensive lifetime warranty. Visit the website or call the number for your new borders today.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on June 6th at 5:30 p.m. to learn how the Conformis custom knee implant may be the solution to end your pain. To register for the free online talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
New at 5, 9 individuals have been charged after an investigation into multiple inmate deaths in Waupun. We'll lay it all out for you. Then, what will Madison do when dozens of officers are sent to Milwaukee for the Republican National Convention? That's coming up next.
There's still time to register for the More Than Pink Walk for breast cancer research. Log on to channel3000.com/Komen. Be part of the movement to raise money, celebrate survivors, and honor loved ones.
Well, take a look at this. A trio of crafty bears let loose on an idyllic summer campsite to show just how important bear proofing is to get your trip going to the great outdoors. The Oakland Zoo put on this demonstration showing onlookers what happens when bears get into your campsites. The zoo let a trio of burly bears loose on a mock family campsite, and they didn't hold back, quickly destroying the setup and ripping into the bear necessities and gear. The cautionary exercise posted online along with a link to a site touting top tips to be bear aware whilst camping.
They were barely trying, and they got that campsite ripped up pretty good. A local couple is raising awareness about living kidney donation and kidney health by biking more than 1,000 miles around Wisconsin and neighboring states. The Oregon Trail is a not-for-profit series of long-distance bike rides created by Mark and Lynn Scotch. The event is a 3-week, 1,200-mile-long bike ride starting in their hometown of Plover. Both Mark and Lynn are donors, with this year's ride honoring Lynn's donation journey. Over the past 4 years, they've logged more than 7,000 miles on Oregon Trail rides. They are really inspiring. We've talked to them in the past, and they have a cool story.
We have. That's a long way to bike. Well, after years of setbacks and delays, Boeing has finally launched 2 NASA astronauts into space. The Starliner capsule lifted off from the Kennedy Space Center with astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams on board. It was their 3rd try after the last 2 attempts were scrubbed for safety concerns. Boeing designed and built Starliner, but it's years behind schedule and more than $1 billion over budget. Right now, the Starliner is on its way to the International Space Station, where the astronauts will spend a little more than a week. Not a bad vacation.
I'll stay here on the ground.
There we go. We'll be right back.
Earn a 40-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's a 40-cent fuel saver for every $60 Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, only at Hy-Vee.
Thank you for 29 quick and painless years. Wow, Fry to the rescue since 1995. And Best of Madison's Best Roofer 4 years in a row. We know roofs, and your roof gets the very best gutter system with Fry. It's engineered to withstand the toughest conditions and outperform year-round. 29 years of excellence and 29% off absolute gutters with any full roofing project. Schedule a free consult now at fryconstruction.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Lindenau, owner of Crazy Lenny's e-bikes. We are the e-bike experts. We've been doing this for well over a decade, and we'll use that expertise to get you into the right e-bike. We have the right bike here for everyone, and our knowledgeable staff will help select the right bike for you. So if you're looking for an e-bike, give us a call or stop on by, because nobody e-bikes like we bikes.
It's held over up to 60% off list prices
on hundreds of items at the huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Incredible deals like this great-looking reclining sofa with power, just $727, or a great wicker sectional for spring, just $899. How about a comfy recliner with lots of storage? And so much more. But hurry, it ends soon. Up to 60% off list
at the huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture. Do not miss this one.
You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont it. You want the night lights, the bright lights, I'll put you in the spotlight light. Yeah. You want style, well now I'll show you where you gotta be. Tell you what you gotta see. Ooh, it's gonna make you smile. You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont.
Summertime fun is in full swing in Rosemont. From grand slams to hot jams. To Rosemont it your way, start at rosemont.com.
Rosemont it.
Earn a 40-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's a 40-cent fuel saver for every $60 Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, only at Hy-Vee.
Next at 5, we're continuing our coverage on the arrest of the Waupun prison warden. Everything we know so far is next. Thanks for watching live at 4. We'll see you right here tomorrow at the same time. News for Now at 5 starts right now.